All right, guys, we're back for the second last week of Supercoach 2022. Just to make sure it's recording because it did freeze for a second. Yeah, all right, it's recording. 24-69, the final score. I'm actually kind of happy with that, honestly. I thought that the week was pretty poor. Yeah, I'm fine with 24-69. Jumped up in rank to 7409, which that's not good. Going into the season, I'm pretty sure I said it on video, I was really aiming for top 2k. Kind of just delayed that, so that's next year's goal, is to end like top 2000. Most people would set that goal as top 1000, but I'd like to give myself a little bit of a leeway. In terms of leagues, good week. I won my matchup onto the grand final for league stuff, but I don't use it here for total score, and it's just logged me out. All right, give me a second. I'll have to log back in. It's the first time it's ever done that. All right, so we're back in. That actually took a second. Internet must have disconnected for a second. So yeah, pretty good scores, kind of. There were just a couple like standout not good scores, and that's why I'm okay with what I scored. I think it could have been better, but just given the players I've got, I was lucky to get this score. Sinclair was fine. Saints still suck. Max King had one of like the worst forward performances I've seen in a while, and I think the one before that would have been him as well. So, like, no disrespect whatsoever for the Saints, but they're garbage. They're not a good team. I think like they've got, let's say, like two of the most overrated players in the whole league, and it shows. Sinclair is really good. Sinclair I like, and Steele I like. They're really the only ones I'd take from that team. And I guess Rowan Marshall. Marshall's actually pretty good as well. Sicily was fine. Didn't catch that game. I don't even know who the Hawks were playing. 22. Who do the Hawks even have? Oh, Richmond. Yeah, I didn't catch that one. I was working during that. Tom Stewart, it was good. Geelong kind of just smashed Gold Coast, so Gold Coast had zero opportunity to get the ball forward, which is where Stewart would want it. So yeah, he was kind of like iced out of the game 2 weeks in a row because last week because of just an insane tag. They were down 50 and still tagged. And then this week, just the opposition weren't good enough. Doherty 121. Did catch this. This was a ripper game. Yeah, Doherty was good. Kind of wanted Carlton to win. Not because I dislike Melbourne or anything. I just wish Carlton were good again. I think it's good for the AFL for Carlton to be good, given their fan base. Short, whatever. This is one of the reasons why I'm fine with the score, because this could have easily been like a 70, like crisp, and it's just it's a lot worse at that point. Both of these never again. They could go into preseason and have 2 140s, and then go into like the actual like preseason game, put up 150. Still not picking them. These guys are so inconsistent, and they're so much better. I'm not going to pull it up. They're so much better in defense now. Ware didn't play. I think he comes back this week. D'Ambrosio was all right. Laird was a little disappointing, but I kind of saw this coming, to be honest. Like, everyone was like, oh, this is a 200 game, Laird versus North. I thought that it was too obvious that Laird was going to, show off in this game, that it'd pull attention to him. And that's kind of what happened. That and just North tried hard, I guess. Took was good. This was like vice captain number 2, or yeah. So originally it was going to be it was going to be like Took into like Merritt, but I saw Port and was like, Port are one of those sneaky teams. They could like tag or something like that, so I didn't want anywhere near it. Then I was looking at the Sydney game. I thought, well, Collingwood's defense isn't actually that good. Like, they've won however many it was in a row. But their defense, if you actually watch the games and look at stuff, isn't that good. So I was like, oh, Heaney could be all right because they have no one that could keep up with him. But yeah, I just went with this safe route. Miller was all right though. Like I said, Geelong kind of smashed them everywhere, but Miller's work rate makes him one of the best mids in the comp. Oliver 126. I think that was the best captain score. I guess Darcy, right? But I don't know how realistic that was. Given like Darcy's just recent games is just not good. 59. Coming off 59. You're not captaining him. It could be against. It was against the worst team in the league, but just wasn't going to happen. Petrarca was fine. Probably underscored a little bit, but that's I feel like that's all games this year. Like Petrarca just gets underscored. He puts up good stats. Like you look at the stat line, he's fine. It's just kind of efficiency. So maybe once he clears that up, he'll be like the best mid in the game or something like that. Merritt, like I said, Port just sent all the attention to him. Who was it? Someone was tagging him. Wasn't Rosie? Was it? No, it wasn't. Blanked on it. I can see his head in my head, but I can't put the name to the face. Neil was about the same as Merritt. Neil got chucked full forward, tagged by Windhager. Steele got pushed full forward. That one is like, because there's no Lions tagger, they don't tag. So why did you move your best mid, arguably one of the best mids in the comp, up full forward when you're already struggling to score? So why would you move him up? Cripps and McRae were good. Cripps especially. This is like really good to see, honestly. Like this period here with Carlton had no ruck. Cripps was playing like second ruck, forward ruck even. Seeing this is it's a lot better. It shows that the start of the year wasn't like some random just put together 5 good games and then sucked again. It's not actually that. It's just he was out of his position. So going into next year, Cripps is an option. 110 price. I don't know if I'd pay that much for him, but he's an option. And maybe a Carlton supporter would pick him up. McRae was good. Yeah, Dogs are always good. So, and GWS is like their rivalry game. So, everyone got up and tried. Owens played, didn't do much. Carmichael played, did nothing. Then the rucks, like I said, Witts has actually, he's fallen off. Was it Ratio fell off, Al, whatever. This was like prime Witts here. I don't know, maybe it just wasn't realistic to think he'd keep that up. Witts isn't, like, he's not on the Gawn and Darcy level. Like, that's fair to say. Like, I don't think that's, I'm not bringing down the players, just he's not on that level. He could get there. I think he's still pretty young. But yeah, wait and see. Next year, I have no idea what to do with the rucks. Probably Marshall and Darcy, or Marshall and someone. Don't know who. That it is what it is. Teakle, I thought Teakle played actually. He mustn't have. I think he played last week and then got dropped this week. Bont, a little bit disappointing. I thought he'd be better given the rivalry game. This is usually the game where Bont puts up like a 160 or something like that, because they're in his face, half tagging him, to be honest. Like, they don't like each other, so it's usually a game that Bont really wants to show up for. Just didn't really happen. He was alright, just not that good. Cogs was good. I thought he was actually going to go a bit higher than this. I didn't catch the end of the game, so he must have fallen off in the 4th, but he was fine. Parker 112, take it. Like I said, he's a 105 to 110 mid, so have him as a forward is good. Like the 119, you take that. 112, you take 135 in there. For the price I got him in at, I think I got him in at like under 500, so it's great value. I don't think he's going to keep forward next year though. I think it would take a fair bit for him to keep it. Dunkley was alright. Nothing crazy. I actually think it was a little overscored, but whatever, I'll take it. And then Heaney, if Heaney was accurate in front of goal, this would have been like a huge score, like a 140. This didn't happen. I remember one time I looked and it was like 2-4 or something like that. So yeah, just accuracy is what brought him down. English. Now this is a case study. What's happened to Tim English? When did he come back? 11, right? So was Natanui playing? I don't think so. I can't remember like off the top of my head. I've wiped pretty much the entire West Coast season off from my head. 160. Geelong, I don't really count because they're just weird with ruckman. 110 was GWS. GWS don't have a ruckman. That's like Flynn rotation or something like that. Sydney don't have a ruckman and he struggled to score. St Kilda do have a ruckman in Marshall and Ryder. Ryder can still do stuff. He's just, he's super old now. Struggled against St Kilda. Against Gawn, maybe Gawn was out here. Nah, 19, Gawn was back. I think Gawn was out mid-season. So yeah, 122 here. But then just here sucks. Like 86 is bad. Like for his standards, right? Like, maybe if this was Rhett Bazzo, I'll take an 86. But by Tim English standards, someone that, a couple of weeks ago we were saying, all right, this guy's a lock for Ruck 1 or Ruck 2 next year. It's just not looking that way now. I think he, depending on the price, what's price at 105 average? Probably too high. Like he could hit that, and he could easily go 110 average because he was at the start of the year, but I wouldn't go for that. And I brought up his name. Rhett Bazza was actually all right. One for the future, I guess. I don't think he's actually that good. I think next year he's going to fall out the side. It's probably not possible for anyone to fall out of the side because the West Coast just don't have any talent. Like the youngsters, just no talent there. But yeah, that's about it for this week. Catch you on next week, which will be the final one of the year. We'll go over a bit of like who to pick next year and stuff. Actually, I might do that in another video. But yeah, till next week. See ya. Tasty out.